Hello, everyone. I want to ask you something honest. When was the last time your brain was truly quiet? Not sleeping. Not distracted. Just quiet. For most people, the answer is a long time ago. Because modern minds do not stop. They replay conversations from yesterday. They worry about things that have not happened yet. They create problems that do not exist. This is overthinking. And it is silently destroying your energy every single day. Not your body's energy. Your brain's energy. The energy you need to learn. To speak. To grow. To live fully. Today, I want to show you what overthinking is really doing to you, and how stopping it can change your English, your focus, and your life. Stay with me until the end. Because this one thing might give you back something you did not even know you had lost. Part 1. What overthinking really is. Most people think overthinking means worrying too much about big problems. But that is not the full truth. Overthinking is repeating the same thoughts without moving forward. It is the same worry, circling your mind again and again. It is the same conversation from 3 days ago, still playing in your head. It is the same fear about the future, arriving every morning before you even get out of bed. Overthinking is not thinking. Overthinking is spinning. And spinning burns energy without producing anything. Think about a car engine running in neutral. The engine is working. Fuel is burning. But the car is not moving. That is what overthinking does to your brain. Full power. Zero progress. Part 2. What overthinking does to your energy. Your brain uses more energy than any other organ in your body. And the majority of that energy goes to one place. Your thoughts. When your thoughts are calm and focused, your brain uses energy efficiently. It solves problems. It learns new things. It creates. But when your thoughts are scattered and repetitive, your brain wastes energy on nothing. It is like leaving every light in your house on all night. Everything is running. But nothing useful is happening. And by the morning, there is no energy left for what truly matters. This is why overthinkers feel tired even after a full night of sleep. This is why they struggle to concentrate. This is why simple tasks feel heavy. Not because they are weak. Because their brain never stopped working. Overthinking is exhaustion before the day even begins. Part 3. Overthinking and your English. Now let us connect this to your English. Have you ever stood in front of someone and suddenly forgotten everything you know? Your vocabulary disappeared. Your grammar collapsed. Your confidence vanished. That was not a language problem. That was an overthinking problem. Because while your mouth was trying to speak, your mind was doing something else entirely. It was judging, translating, worrying, replaying past mistakes. It was asking, what if I say the wrong word? What if they laugh? What if I sound stupid? And while your mind was busy with all of that noise, your English had no space to appear. Overthinking does not just destroy your energy. It blocks your fluency. A calm mind speaks naturally. An overthinking mind freezes. And the difference between the two is not talent. The difference is mental noise. Part 4. The hidden cost of overthinking. Here is something important that most people do not realize. Every thought costs something. Not money. Not time. Attention. And attention is your most limited resource. You only have a certain amount of mental focus available each day. Every time you overthink, you spend some of that focus on nothing. On worries that never come true. On conversations that already ended. On futures that may never arrive. And when you finally sit down to learn English, to practice speaking, your mental energy is already gone. Not because you were lazy. Because you spent your focus before the day even truly started. Overthinking is borrowing from your future. And the interest is your potential. Part 5. How to quiet the overthinking mind. So how do you stop it? The first step is awareness. Most overthinking happens automatically. You do not choose to worry. It simply begins. So the first habit is to notice it. The moment you catch yourself repeating a thought, say this to yourself quietly. This thought is not useful right now. Not pushing it away with force. Just recognizing it, naming it, and gently letting it pass. This simple act creates a small space between you and your thoughts. And in that space, your energy begins to return. The second step is to move your attention deliberately. When your mind starts spinning, give it something specific to focus on. One English word. One sentence. One breath. Not because it solves the problem, but because it trains your brain to follow your direction instead of running on its own. A trained mind is a calm mind, and a calm mind is a powerful mind. Part 6. The practice of mental rest. Here is something nobody tells you about learning English. Rest is not the absence of study. Rest is the presence of mental quiet. And mental quiet is when real learning happens. When you stop filling every moment with noise, with worry, with screens, your brain begins to organize everything it has learned. It connects new vocabulary to old memories. It strengthens patterns you practiced. It prepares you to speak more naturally tomorrow. This is why some of your best English moments come not during study, but after it. In the shower. On a walk. Just before sleep. Those quiet moments are not wasted time. They are where your English becomes permanent. So protecting your mental rest is not laziness. It is the most intelligent thing a learner can do. Part 7. One thought at a time. Here is the final idea for today. The most productive people in the world do not think more. They think less. But better. One thought, fully attended to. One problem, actually solved. One sentence in English, really spoken. Instead of 10 worries running at the same time, arriving at nothing. Clarity is not about knowing everything. Clarity is about focusing on one thing at a time. And when you bring that clarity to your English, something beautiful happens. Words come faster. Sentences feel more natural. Conversations become less frightening. Because your mind is finally present. Not somewhere in the past. Not lost in the future. Right here. Right now. In this English moment. Final message. Overthinking is one of the most common problems in the modern world. And it is one of the least talked about. People exercise their bodies but never rest their minds. They fill every moment with stimulation but never give their brain space to breathe. And slowly, quietly, that mental noise destroys focus, energy, confidence, and fluency. But you can choose differently. From today, notice when you are spinning. Notice when the same thought appears for the third time. And gently say, not now. Give your brain permission to be quiet. Give your English permission to appear naturally. Give your energy permission to return. Because the less noise inside your mind, the more clearly you will think. The more clearly you think, the more confidently you will speak. And the more confidently you speak, the more powerfully you will live. Now I want you to do one thing. Write one English sentence in the comments. Tell me one thing you are going to stop overthinking about. Just one thing. Simple English. If this video helped you, subscribe to Gentle Wisdom. And remember, a quiet mind is not an empty mind. A quiet mind is a powerful one. See you in the next video.